I will say, like it was really a big decision for me to join Grow. Like people, on LinkedIn have been asking me out, why didn't you join Arcesium?
Right.
So like Arcesium is a
The
big
big
name.
name, right.
So actually the things are sorted when, like I had a look at your one video. Like you uploaded one video where, you just explain what should I choose? Some job with a great pay or some job with
Yeah.
a learning but less pay.
Right. Money
So
versus
here,
talk.
yes, yes.
I
So
remember
I
that.
thought, like things are very clear. Like
Okay.
if the organization is giving me sufficient pay and is, just giving me opportunities to learn and grow, why not them?
Awesome.
So,
Again,
so yes, so I joined Grow.
that makes me feel accomplished because that video was able to help you with that decision. Guys, the link is in the description below. Do check that out.
Absolutely.
Hello everyone. Today I have Kaushal Agrawal with me. He is 2021 pass out who has recently got two offers, one from Arcesium, other one from Go India. He was one of the early subscribers of Coding Decoded channel, and he was generous enough to share his experience about these two companies on our channel. So I invited him, and let's bring him and congratulate Kaushal Agrawal on this new achievement. Welcome, Kaushal. Welcome aboard. I hope you are having a great time. And first of all, heartiest congratulations on nailing one of the two top notches, Arcesium and Grow India.
Hi Sanchit, thank you very much. Like thank you for inviting me. It means really a lot.
And it's going to be a very organic session with you. We'll be talking about your journey, your experience with these two companies. And even before getting onto the details of the interview process, why don't you give you a brief introduction?
So like, hi everyone, I'm Kaushal Agarwal. I did my BTech from NIT Delhi. I did my BTech in computer science and engineering. So like in my college life, I worked on like most of the times in C++ language. So like I got pre-placement like on-campus placement with Samsung Electronics, like Samsung R&D Delhi.
Okay,
So like I worked with Samsung R&D Delhi like for 7 to 8 months, and then just decided to make a switch.
awesome. So you were working with Samsung Delhi and then you decided to make a switch. You started
Yeah,
studying and starting preparing for it.
right,
And you completed your BTech in from NIT Delhi.
right.
So you must be the COVID batch pass out, right?
Not exactly, but at the end, yes. Like we were not,
Really.
like yes, like it's a different feeling when you are placed and you are in campus. So like
Right.
that part was missing.
That's really bad because this opportunity only comes once in your lifetime, where
Once,
you
yeah,
can
right,
where you get the first feel that you have got placed, you have got financially independent, and it's great enjoying with your friends during that phase.
right,
But nevertheless, COVID has gone. Probably you can enjoy this victory of yours with your friends now.
right.
So where are you based out of from?
Like I am from Faridabad, that is in Haryana.
Okay, you're from Faridabad. That's nearby Delhi
Right.
itself.
Yes, nearby Delhi.
Right. So let's start with your journey, Kaushal. When
Right.
did you actually start applying, or how did the process actually start there?
So like I will put this way. So when I was in my fourth year, like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that much exposure, like how actually industry works, like what are the roles that like people are doing actually.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got in Samsung, like although like it was a good culture there,
Mm-hmm.
so I felt like I can do much more. Like I was
Okay.
only working on C++, the tech stack.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to work on more technologies. I wanted to explore more.
Okay.
So I decided out, like why not, let's explore actually what companies are working on. So
Okay.
I tried in some of the companies and just landed up with Grow and Arcesium.
Okay. So it was a urge to explore more that led you to exploring
Yes,
new
yes.
opportunities. So
Yes, I believe like for people like us, like
right,
like we have just experience of 0 to 1 year, so
right,
it's important to have like the technical depth.
right.
So I just with that thinking, I try to explore each and every opportunity.
And just an advice there: as you grow in your career, this urge to explore new domains, it dies out. So don't, as a senior who has an experience of 7 years in the industry, trust me, don't let this urge die. Learn everything new every day. if you
Yes, yes,
if you
I've
follow this motive, then your career will skyrocket every day.
yes. Like till now, I have like urge to just
Right,
improve myself each and every day.
right. And so you decided to make a switch even though you were working at Samsung. So how did you
Right.
start your preparation journey, and how good you were in college with respect to cracking or having confidence with data structures and algorithms, or what do you call CP these days?
Yes. So you can say like from an interview perspective, actually, like I think there are 2 points. One,
Mm-hmm.
how actually you are good at data structures and algorithms.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is how efficiently, how constructively you can communicate. Like
Right,
something and how actually you can just put it in front of the interviewer.
right.
So I think like I was doing pretty well with in terms of data structures and algorithms. I
Mm-hmm.
actually never left it. Like from my like first year even itself, I started out with data structures and algorithms.
Awesome.
So, but the main problem was I was not able to communicate my approach.
Right.
So it was a bit of problem. So hopefully
Mhm.
like I am doing better, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I can see that. And how did you improvise on communication? Because I totally feel, because when I was in college myself, I was
Mhm.
I used to get uh, baffled when I used to land up in interviews. I used to get goosebumps in the interview that what is he gonna ask? I'm
Right.
so nervous. There was so much
Yes.
pride inside me that I couldn't utter even a single word out there. There was one interview experience that went really bad. I couldn't speak even a single word. And trust
I
me,
mean, yes.
I'm just that same person right now.
I mean, it happens. Like I also did remember my first interview experience, and it was, just I cannot just say anything about that.
Right.
So,
I
like,
can totally
this
feel it.
is
So
yes, this is something happens.
hmm. So how did you improvise on it? Did you take any mock sessions with your fellow college students or fellow industry mates?
So for this, so I will say like peer group is plays an important role. So
Mm-hmm.
like when I got in Samsung, I just had some friends. So like we usually had work at office. So
Right.
like in the morning, like let's say when we were at the office like at 30 or 9
Mm-hmm.
9 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to utilize the time like half an hour or like say it's a 45 minutes discussing like questions and sharing our approaches.
Awesome.
So so it actually helped. Like I just try to explain my approaches about let's say disjoint sets or like any algorithm on the whiteboard.
Awesome. That's a really great point. Finding a good peer in your office
Yes.
who has the same motives as yours, and you can place 35 minutes or 45 minutes of time every day
Right.
thinking about your goals together. It's just fab. I haven't got any peer in the industry though, but I'm
It
glad
happens.
you were able to find such people.
Yes.
So I believe these peers they were really helpful in this journey. So you used to have a mock session. You must be having mock sessions. Probably
Right.
discussing ideas gave you the confidence on how to go for the approach and how the other person is able to understand your thought process.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
Mhm. And then when did you actually apply for? So what happened first, Arcesium or Grow?
It actually happened like Groww first.
Grow first. Okay. And were there many more interviews that you did, or these were the only two ones?
I will say like these were I will say like last two. These were the last two
Uh,
ones.
And
Obviously, like I had previous interviews, like I failed at them.
mhm. How many in total did you apply? So I'm interested in the hit ratio there.
I still remember like how like 4. I can
Four?
remember 4.
Oh,
Right.
so that's 50% hit ratio, man.
Yes, let's say I have applied in 4.
Congratulations. So one was
Thank
Amazon,
you.
one was Arcesium, one was Groww, and the fourth one was,
Adobe.
oh, that's glad to hear. Awesome. But still, 50% hit ratio is fab.
Right. Thank you.
So you were able to bag two offers. The first one was Grow. So how was the
Right.
Grow experience? How many rounds did you have?
So, like there were 3 rounds. I will say like it was probably not the best experience I ever had for interview.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
it was actually structured and organized. Like
Mm-hmm.
the first round was problem solving round, like where you were tested on your, like the DSA concepts.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have been tested on your DSA concepts,
Mm-hmm.
the second round is, like the machine coding round. You have
Mm-hmm.
to design the LLD part.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something different from the first round where
Right.
yeah, where you can actually be judged.
Right.
And the third round was hiring manager round.
Okay. So,
So like there's a 3 rounds for group.
and in terms of complexity, let's go step by step. So starting from the first round, which round did you feel was the most tough for you? How did you handle it?
I will say like the machine coding round was a bit difficult for me because like it was the first round, like
Mm-hmm.
it was the first such experience for me. Like I didn't had
Okay.
any machine coding round till then.
Okay.
So obviously, like I was very much nervous honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So like the interviewer asked the working code, and like he said like 50% of the weightage will be given how actually you structure your code, how you design the classes, and
Mm-hmm.
50% weightage will be given to like it's working.
Okay. So that was a new experience. And did you
Right.
prepare something exclusive for this round, or it was more from the a Samsung experience that you learned?
uh Mix of both actually.
Mix of both.
No, yes, like uh for this round I honestly like spend like 4 hours in just a single question, just
Mm-hmm.
exploring like why are we taking such things like this only, why
Mm-hmm.
not to go the other approach.
Mm-hmm.
So like there are some industry standards you will say like
Mm-hmm.
while coding.
Right.
So I try to just explore that in part, in that machine coding on part.
Okay.
So
And
like there one
mm-hmm.
sorry.
Hey, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
So like there's one website like Work at Tech website. So
Okay.
like I just went through this, and
Mhm.
I just read out for 3 to 4 samples of machine coding now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it helped me. Yes.
So it will be glad if you can share the link. I'll be sharing with the audience because they are
Right.
they're after your resources, man, because they want to get through Grow and RCVM.
Yes, I will share it definitely.
Thank you. And how was the DSI coding round?
Like for me, things seemed very easy. Like honestly,
Oh,
because
okay.
like I have been practicing this like for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So like the questions were like easy to medium, I will say.
Okay.
Like there were 5 questions from me, like because
Mm-hmm.
like I was doing them at a great speed. So like these were all medium level questions on lead code.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So one from the medium category came, and what was the question around? Arrays, graphs, DP,
Two pointer approaches.
2 pointer
You
approach.
know
So
you
yeah.
Yes,
So that would have
two
been a
pointer
cakewalk for
approaches.
you.
People.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. And how was the third round there?
It was a hiring manager round. Like it was hard because like you will have to convince him why actually you want to join a startup,
Mm-hmm.
being from a top-notch MNC.
Right.
So so it was hard to explain it. It was hard to just accept it, just convince him.
Right.
So he asked me about my projects. He
Okay.
asked me about like what kind of technologies I'm interested in working on,
Mm-hmm.
and what kind of projects I have worked on in Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was a general discussion around this.
And were you absolutely honest there, or you tweaked somewhat?
I will say I was honest at that time
You were honest at that time.
because
Thank you.
like there are two approaches. Either you go for a big name, and then just either you go for a startup, right?
Right.
So like what I feel about startups is like it's actually what's important is the kind of vision you have, the kind of work you are doing.
Right.
So like even they are, like a big MNCs, but they started out in, like 100 years back.
Right.
So like if today we are a startup, we can grow into something big. What actually matters is, like being involved in that process. It's really
Right.
exciting.
It's really exciting, right? Because when
Yes.
you at MNCs, most of these things get extracted. You don't know
Right.
what's happening on the upper management layer or how
Right.
processes are being driven. What you are told, do this, and and for you that is your complete work. Your world ends there after you
Yes,
complete your task.
absolutely.
Right. At startup, you will get the whole idea how things are actually behaving in the entire company.
Right.
And how was the Arcesium interview?
So like for like Arcesium was considering from me as a software engineer. So like there were two rounds, like the technical rounds.
Mm-hmm.
So like both were based on like the DSA part
Mm-hmm.
plus like the theoretical part, like about DBMS, like
Okay.
OS part.
Okay.
So it was mix of them.
Mix of them. And how did
Right.
you rate those coding round and database OS rounds?
So like they were a bit, like on the upper side as
Okay.
compared to Grow.
Okay.
Like the questions were based on graph
Okay.
and DP.
Okay.
So like it was overall, I will say, a bit difficult than Grow.
Bit difficult.
Yes, the questions were like that.
And the database or the OS round were the standard questions,
Yes, absolutely. Those were standard questions.
standard bookish knowledge that you get from during the college
Yes,
sessions and all. So
yes.
these were the 4 rounds.
Uh, Only two rounds. Like for
These were the
Arcesium,
two
we had
rounds.
two rounds.
Okay, 2 rounds.
Right.
Okay, awesome. And wasn't there any managerial round or something?
No, there was no managerial
Okay,
round for me because
okay,
like Arcesium considers the
okay. Higher levels because you are just
yes,
new into the industry. So probably
yes,
that's the
yes,
reason for having not having the managerial
yes,
there,
kind of fresher, right?
kind of pressure. And so let's get to money now. How much
Yeah.
percentage hike you were able to achieve by these two companies?
I will say approximately 100%.
Whoa, that's too good. 100% hike, man. So that makes me that's giving me goosebumps right now because
Yeah.
it's very difficult for freshers to have 100% hike.
Yes.
Awesome. And you finally decided to go with Grow,
Right. Yes.
right? So I personally use the Grow app for all my stock purposes. I trade in Indian stocks a lot, and the
Right.
portal that I use is Grow. So I know Grow is handling huge scale
Right. Yes.
from 9
Absolutely.
a.m. in the morning till 3:30 a.m. There will be so many requests coming on your servers. So I'm pretty excited about the experience that you're gonna get at Grow. So are you
Yes.
also
Absolutely.
excited?
Yes. Like scalability is, like one of the major challenges, or also the interesting one.
Right.
So I will, just happy to contribute it here and just learn exciting and new things.
Mhm. So I am pretty sure it's gonna be a great learning experience for you at Grow, because
Right.
myself haven't seen such a scale. What you will probably be seeing at Grow.
Right.
And in your package, were there any stocks also as well?
No, like some ESOP part was given to me.
So ESOPs part was also. So that also gives you an edge that whenever the company goes for a public listing one, you might turn into a
Yes.
millionaire, man. Not giving you false hopes there, but it might be possible. I hope it does.
And let's just focus on learning, not what
Right.
happens in future.
That's awesome.
Right.
And would you like to share any of the resources that you used during your entire journey, starting from college, that could help the young engineers out there?
Yes. So like while I was in college, I used to, like for theory, like for theory kind of things, I used to look out for Geeks for Geeks,
Mm-hmm.
and there's one platform known as Code Chef. I
Mm-hmm.
used to, do just some CP problems from there.
Mm-hmm.
So like while coming to third year, I realized Code Chef is, like not that great for me at this point of time, because
Mm-hmm.
like the kind of questions that are asked in interview are actually different from what you see there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
uh, so like I had a rough idea about data structures and algorithms, but
Mm-hmm.
was never able to just pass that line.
Mm-hmm.
So it happened like I did the DSA part for 2 to 3 days, and just I didn't do that again for like 15 days.
Mm-hmm.
So it I was not able to just cross the threshold.
Okay.
So the when the next I got to know about the lead code.
Mm-hmm.
So here like the I personally think that platform is very neat and focused.
Mm-hmm.
So like it I just made a habit, like
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of a habit, just solving at least a problem or two problems a day.
Mm-hmm.
And so like if there was like if not like while I was starting, so it
Mm-hmm.
was very difficult in the beginning.
Right.
Because like there's office work, there's
Right.
like other things also, so
Right.
it was difficult in the starting.
Right.
So I just just at that point of time landed upon your channel, just to
Okay.
has just someone to explain the approach to some questions.
Mm-hmm.
So I just at that point of time like I found it really good, and
Mm-hmm.
I just kept following you like from there. So like it has been like more than 6 months I've been doing lead code, and
Mm-hmm.
if I get stuck anytime I'm just coding decoded AR.
I'm glad that I could help you in your entire journey. And even if it would have been a 1% contribution that I were able to achieve, I'm really glad that did that, because eventually the purpose comes to make people achieve their dreams.
And thank you.
And any last piece of advice that you want to give to all the developers out there, what they should do, because they're of your age, very young in the industry, probably scared too.
Uh, So, I will say, like it was really a big decision for me to join Grow. Like people, on LinkedIn have been asking me out, why didn't you join Arcesium?
Right.
So, like Arcesium is a
The
big
big
name.
name, right.
So, actually, the things are sorted when, like I had a look at your one video. Like you uploaded one video where, you just explain what should I choose? Some job with a great pay or some job with a
Right.
learning but less pay.
Right. Money
So
versus
here
talk.
yes, yes.
I
So
remember
I
that
thought
time.
like things are very clear, like
Okay.
if the organization is giving me sufficient pay and is just giving me opportunities to learn and grow, why not them?
Mhm. Awesome.
So
Again,
so yes, so I joined Grow.
that makes me feel accomplished, because that video was able to help you with that decision. Guys, the link is in the description below. Do check that out.
Absolutely.
In the end, Kaushal, I would like to wish you all the very best for all your future endeavors. And any day, any time, if you need any help, any confusion that you have choosing your career, or whenever you are ready for your next switch or targeting for it, please get in touch with me. I'll be more than happy to help you with. Also, please don't forget following Coding Decoded. Continue your daily habit of solving one question. It's going to help you in your entire career with respect to building habit and using your analytic skills appropriately.
Okay, and thank you for having me. Like it was a really a good experience.
Same here, Kaushal. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.